Elaine here. I am here for the new moon in Libra. It's also going to be a solar eclipse. I almost said lunar eclipse. But it's funny. I was reading today that it's going to be a ring of fire. So basically, where it is visible, you will be able to see the the moon will not fully encompass the or block out the sun, and there will be a ring around it. And it seems like it's going to be mostly visible in the southern hemisphere. So I think I read like Chile. And then there will be like a partial solar eclipse in the other areas. Um, so that I thought that was interesting. So for this video, we will go through some cards, and I will speak about the energy that I felt for Libra season, and also this new moon. Um, and also we'll go through a quick energy clearing and then a visualization. Um, so with that being said, if you do like my content, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much for coming in and viewing my video. And hopefully you find something that is helpful for you. So I will go ahead and start talking about what kind of the messages that I've received about Libra season. I definitely feel like there's a balance coming in, and I know like I feel like it's also not a balance where it's like one and one. It's kind of like what recalibrating for what your soul needs, what you need in your life, what will help you thrive. And it might not be a one for one type of scenario, but I need to have a little more break or alone time, or something along those lines. And this will be a what there are always like demands on us and struggles for us, and this will be like I'm feeling like it's a bringing yourself inward and actually following that intuition, that guidance of what is actually going to help me thrive. I also feel like this is not especially with the eclipse, this is not a time to be trying to force or manifest stuff. This is a time, like, I keep getting a message of winds of change, and I just keep thinking of it will be a time of surrender and release. So we're not calling anything in. I actually feel like this is literally like I kind of want to be like throwing your hands up in the air and letting go. You've gotten this far, you've taken whatever you've been working on so far, and it is like release time, and not trying to force it or make it into something. And dandelion fluff keeps coming up, and I just like it's kind of like letting go of that control of thinking you are creating something, and like allowing the universe to come in and co-create with you, and letting it guide you and flow where you need to. And winds keeps coming up to mind, so it's kind of like dandelion fluff, where the dandelion pops up out of the ground, has a cute little yellow flower, and then it becomes that little puffy, that every puffy flower that when it goes to seed, that everyone makes wishes on. And you when you blow on it or the wind takes them, you don't know where they're going, but they surely find a way, and they thrive, and you always see them everywhere. So I feel like this is not a time to try to force or control what you are doing, or that doesn't sound right, but change. It's like let the universe bring the change to you, and you flow and float with it, and kind of be the kite of, moving through those air currents or that change. And that's one thing that I keep getting. um, there was also, let me just make sure, I was trying to think. um, yeah, and it's really not, usually new moons you call in stuff that you want to bring into your life, but this is just, I honestly think it's going to treat it more like a full moon where you just let it go and honestly give the universe space to move in and bring that magic. Specifically, magic keeps coming up for around this, and allowing something else to come in that is not you trying to build and create. So yeah, that is what I kind of channeled and got from Spirit. I will go through the cards. I always pre-shuffle and pull the cards just to. I try to not have these videos be too long, but sometimes I talk too much, so there's that too. Okay. So we have. So I pulled cards for. I usually do like the activation for this new moon. I did new moon and eclipse. So this is the first four cards that I will speak about are the energies or the activation. So for this eclipse and new moon, I got remembrance. And when I saw this card, I immediately heard, you have everything that you need. And it's kind of like, remember that. We often make things a little more difficult because we try to, we think, this is kind of also with that release, we think we know what is best. The ego kind of gets in the way. And this is like, this is going back to your ancestors and, remembering and focusing on that. And like, I'll read the caption before I start actually going too further. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So I mean, there's that flow too. So it's, I feel like we forget everything that we've gone through, and we struggle with trying to make something new. And it's like, this kind of goes back to that message of back it up a little bit, and release and allow the universe to come in with that magic and remember things that you've already struggled with. Because honestly, sometimes we've gone through struggles and we've struggled previously, so when there's another struggle that is exactly like that one, we know how to pivot and move through it versus hitting that wall and struggling again. I've definitely have that in my life, and I think this is something that is coming up. And then I got the energies of the week. Oh, and that was card 38. I always post them on Instagram as well. All right, and then the energies of the week, I got 414 Adventure, 510 Rebellion, and 888 Abundance. And when I fill into these cards, I feel like this is that, you don't know where you're going to be led. And this is the adventure, like that little dandelion fluff being blown in the wind, or having that wish wished upon it. You don't know when it's going to come in. You don't know what's going to happen, but it is going to be an adventure. And I definitely feel like it is something good, something changing. It might be a little rough. Change is always a little rough to begin with. And the rebellion card, I feel like this, honestly, this is like rebellion against your ego, because your ego is going to come in and try to control the situation, and you have to let go. You have to allow, give yourself that space and not try to be like, oh no, this and this and this, and I know exactly what it is right for this. And it's like, let it go. You get it to a point where you worked on it as much as you can, and then if it's not working out, if it's not going the way that you want it, step back from it. Really step back and come back if you need to come back to it. Come back with refreshed eyes versus with that mentality of I know now, or I need to force this because I need this outcome. And that's kind of the rebellion thought that I have. Oh no, Uranus came up, so check out Uranus in your chart. Maybe that has a something to do with it. And then abundance. And I'm kind of thinking this also goes with the remembrance card of, we also always forget how abundant we actually are. That we are in a safe space, we can, and we are able to thrive. It might not be exactly what we want at this instant, like we want more, we want to be in a different situation than we are, but it's like, always remember and be grateful for what you have and where you're at, and those wonderful things are coming. It just takes time, and just remember. Also, scarcity mindset is coming to mind, where if you're holding on to something and you're afraid to release it, or like you need to spend some money, you don't really want to spend this money, but it has to be done. Just always be grateful that you have the money to spend and put forward on this, and that just know that it will always return to you. So if you try to hold on and get into that scarcity mindset, that's when you kind of start creating those I don't really like the word block, but those blocks are, you put that emotion forward versus being in that abundant mindset of, everything works out for me. Everything I spend my money on always returns to me. It is always an investment. Everything, and then this for the next, what is this, 7 cards is so this is guidance, and then I have clarity. So the angel cards are guidance and clarity, and I had something pop in my mind and now it's gone, so maybe it will come back to me. We have strength and guidance, and I feel like this comes with that balancing. And actually his hands are kind of like that. That balancing of Libra season of what is it that you need? What is it that your soul needs? And, finding the strength to take on those things and move forward versus trying to do what other people want of you. It's very hard. We're social. We also have expectations for other people, and it's like, if you don't do something to your own detriment, find that strength, find what helps you thrive, what helps you live, what makes you happy in this life, and move forward on it. And then the guidance part is, when you sit back and go within and find that alignment, that guidance that you need, that helps you move forward. So it's really that internal guidance that we're looking for versus the external guidance. We also got the no card, which actually came up in this week's week ahead predictions that I did. And I honestly, when I saw this card, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I also looked at her hands, and like, no one likes to hear no. Um, it doesn't always feel comfortable telling people no, but it is something that we um, need to say sometimes and express. So there's that as well. But I also feel like this is, you know, it's learning. So if you get a no or a block and you're trying to move forward on something, allowing that to flow away from you, because if you look at her hands, the water is actually flowing out, and being able to pivot from that versus letting it stop you. um and it might be also a no for now. Like, I also feel like this is a pause, like that pause that I was speaking about, of letting something come to you versus trying to force it to be created. Um, and yeah, I just feel like it's this is not a week, or even I would just say the month, honestly, to try to force stuff. And also with this last eclipse of this year, it is an activation for the next 6 months, until the following eclipse season in, I believe, March or April. I didn't check the dates on that, so definitely April, but I think the end of March. And how things will change and flow for you. So I would check your placements for um, Libra and see what activates in your chart for that, and also for this eclipse. And the guidance, we got the Knight of Cups. Um, and I honestly feel like this might be connected to this no. There might be some sort of offer or something that comes forward that is the no. I didn't think that the first time I saw this card, but that just popped into my mind. Um, and also to be patient, not to like kind of jump forward and move with your emotions, and just kind of go within and see what is happening. All right, and then we have the Four of Cups, and I think this is also like really. This actually reminds me of the Rebellion and the Remembrance card. So it's like you are being offered. This also makes me feel like that dissatisfaction or I cannot talk today. I swear it's like a Mercury retrograde energy for me for communication. We'll see what happens. You know, and I feel like this is the slowdown of not jumping and not, you know, also looking at that abundance around you versus trying to rush forward and figures like jump through hoops. That's actually what I wanted to say. We have the King of Swords, which is clarity for me, and to me, and it's also swords are air signs. um it's to me it's like sitting in your strength, and it's coming back to this strength and guidance card, and waiting for that clarity versus um jumping and moving, going through those hoops, because the next card is the Five of Wands, and when I saw this, I just thought of it as self-conflict, and what are those things that you are internally battling, and that you need to let go. The next card is the Death card, which is actually leading to Scorpio season. And I just think that, so reframing, rethinking, slowing down, and changing and allowing a little magic to come in will help. And it also makes me think of that letting go. So death and rebirth, letting something go and allowing it to be transmuted to something else and not trying to force it. We don't have control. We only can control so much, and then after that, it's the other person, the universe, whatever is going to happen. We can't control everything. I did pull a animal spirit. It was the spirit of the animals oracle, but I didn't get an animal. I got a personal choice, and I actually think this card is going to come in play with the visualization. And personal choice is close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So keep this in mind. Keep this whole idea in mind. I thought we were going to get an animal, but we got personal choice. So, and it kind of, I don't pre-plan the visualizations. I kind of have a rough idea, and then I kind of channel while I'm saying them. And so this was an interesting card that popped out. So, yeah. So that is this new moon in Libra, and solar eclipse coming up on, it's October 2nd, and so those were the cards, those were my channeled messages, and we'll go ahead and move into the visualization. Make yourself comfortable, however you want, or if you want to pause and come back to the video when you're ready, up to you. But we'll just, I always put my hands on my chest. You can sit up, you can lay down, however you want. You can close your eyes and keep them open, whatever makes you comfortable. Okay, so we're going to take a couple, 3 deep breaths. So we're going to inhale, hold, and then exhale. Inhale, hold, and then exhale. Last breath, inhale, hold, and then exhale. Okay, and then we ask Archangel Michael to step in to our right, setting a bubble of protection around us, allowing his blue energy to flow over us, clearing any stagnant energy, any energy that we are holding on to, that we don't need, that is stuck on our aura. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Then we ask Archangel Gabriel to step into our left, allow her golden light to cover you. She is bringing in strength, guidance, and love. Let this energy wash over you. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. Next, we call in Archangel Uriel, letting his red flames wash over us, helping us see and leading us in illuminated ways to find our path. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. Next, we're going to call on Archangel Raphael. He steps behind us, allowing us to access our healing of mind, body, and soul. Green light washes over us. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. Archangel Metatron, you can feel him above you, above your head. Allow his light to flow down from your crown all the way to your feet and back up, clearing all your channels. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Allow the earth to hold you as she always supports you, nourishes you, and loves you. Thank her for her support and love and nourishment. Relax into the earth. Now we connect to the divine above us. The golden light of the divine flows through us, all around us, clearing any stagnant energy, any energy that we no longer need or no longer serves us. We will take 3 deep breaths and then move into the visualization. So we're going to do 1. Inhale, hold, and then exhale. We're going to inhale, hold, and then exhale. We're going to inhale, hold, and then exhale. Your breathing can return to normal. And you're just going to imagine a path. Look at the landscape. Look at where you are. We're just going to take a few breaths and get our bearings, seeing this landscape, this path. Follow the path, and it's going to lead you to a cliff. And just watch your landscape. Maybe an animal will appear for you. Just keep your eyes open. Allow it to come. If you do see an animal, just acknowledge it and hold it in your mind's eye. Continue to the cliff. Notice what time of day it is. Feel the breeze on your skin, rustling your clothing. And you're going to pull out a little thing of bubbles from your pack. You know, like when you were a kid, when you would blow bubbles. And we're going to start blowing bubbles from this cliff and let the wind take them wherever they are going. But every time you blow a bubble, you're just going to imagine something you're releasing or letting go. And we're just going to do this for a few breaths. Your breathing can be soft, or if you need to sigh it out when you blow the bubbles, you can. Let the wind take them. We'll just take a few more breaths, blowing your bubbles and releasing, watching them float away. You can blow your last bubble. Put away your bubbles. And just take in the scene around you. Thank yourself for showing up, doing this exercise and releasing what no longer serves you. Thank the angels, your spirit team, your ancestors, your friends and family. Hold that gratitude in your heart. And when you're ready, you can slowly back away from the cliff and start down the path again. If you see an animal, if you hear an animal, or feel an animal's presence, just keep that in mind. And when you're back, you can look into the symbolism of that animal. We'll just take a few breaths as we walk back and slowly come back. We'll take 3 breaths and then come back. Inhale, hold, and then exhale. Inhale, hold, and then exhale. Inhale, hold, and then exhale. And then when you're ready, just bring gentle movement back to your body. You can blink your eyes and slowly open them. And come back when you're ready. Or just pause the video and sit in this energy however you would like. Alright, well, thank you, and thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing and liking my video. I have to put that in there. I hope everyone has a wonderful new moon and solar eclipse, and definitely sit in these energies. And I think this is a point of navigating what you need versus what other people need, and figuring out your path, and I definitely, these energies are activated for, and you'll go through them differently throughout the months, but for this eclipse season, for the next 6 months. So yeah, thank you. I hope everyone has a wonderful month ahead, or I'll do my normal, I'll just shut up. I'll post my videos and take them how you want them. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye. Have a good one.